Hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the GN podcast. This is our
Well,
second episode on the podcast.
woohoo. We made it.
Yeah, we did make it. Thank God we made it this week. I know everyone would have been absolutely devastated if we didn't make a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause we
it's gonna be a delayed upload this week. We usually try and get them out on Saturday, but I guess I should have clarified that.
mm,
Sometimes we have stuff on the weekends, so usually we'll try and get one out either Saturday or Sunday, but worst comes to worst, we might just not do one or get it out on Monday.
yeah. Because we would have recorded on Friday, but we're so busy.
Yeah,
Because Friday's our usual recording day. But
yeah. And then on
we're still
Saturday,
recording, so.
I had a meet. Sometimes I'll have meets on the weekends or on Fridays, so that's probably gonna delay it.
hmm
I guess for the people that don't really know how track works, even if you do run like a small event, generally unless you get home early, the meets take like at least 5 hours. So yeah.
That is why I don't do track.
Yeah, if you don't get home, like if you don't get a ride home or you have one of the last events like I did in that meet, you're gonna be getting home I had to wake up at 5 pretty much. We left at 6 and I got home at like 5. It was like 12 hours pretty much.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Jeez, I could never.
Yeah, it's not the greatest. So I guess on that
Mm.
topic, what did you do this week, Grace? What have we been doing this week?
I've had a lot going on, actually.
Yeah.
I had I had a few things. Monday, me and a few members of the choir went caroling at a few retirement homes in Eros,
Oh yeah.
which was quite the excursion. It was very, very warm, and we were all in layers because it's so cold out in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And it was fun. It was worth it. And
Hmm.
then just pretty much I was gonna do a lot this week, but I'm just remembering I was sick half the week, so
Yeah.
I've been home sick since like Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I've been at home.
Well, that caroling took
But
a while too, right? You were out like all day.
yeah, we left the school at 8:30 and we came back at 2 o'clock.
Mm, yeah. That's also
It was
quite
a
a lot.
lot. Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
probably got sick from
I could
there.
not miss a whole school day. I would have so much work to catch up on.
Thankfully that day I didn't have too much, but
Yeah.
on a normal day I would have been stressing out.
Yeah. I got a lot of
Speaking
coding
of,
work. I got a lot of coding work I got to do this weekend. Coding is, for people that haven't done coding, I feel like it's either something you're really good at or you just kind of don't understand it. I kind of understand this unit, but I feel like it's kind of confusing for me. I'm trying to learn it though.
is it like you have to understand everything at the beginning for the rest of the year to make sense? As far
Um,
as I've heard.
well, yeah, a lot of the basics like methods and classes and stuff you need to know. You really need to know how to write it, like the specificness of what you're writing too. Just a lot of that.
hmm Yeah, in math class on Friday, we did Hour of Code.
Oh
And
yeah.
there was a
Yeah.
few kids who have already taken coding class or taking it this year. They were like, "This is so easy." I was sitting there just so confused.
Yeah, I remember that. That was pretty much me. I got it done in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it took me the whole class.
Well, it was kind of different though, because in coding right now, I heard we're gonna switch over to Python in probably like the third marking period, but we're using Java. And in our code it was Python, but it was like really easy Python, so I finished it in like 10 minutes.
Um, we
Yeah.
got cool certificates, and mine's hanging up in my English teacher's room.
Yeah, I just threw mine out. I didn't really care about it that much.
Oh,
Oh, speaking of English,
I like it.
you guys finished Lord of the Flies this week, didn't you?
Oh my God, yes, we did. So if you guys don't know, for every 10th grader, at some point in the year, or normally all the classes do it in the beginning of the year, but we all have to read a book called Lord of the Flies. And my English teacher made it a play. And if you watch the last episode, or listen to the last episode, excuse me, but if you listened last time, you know I'm a big theater kid. So
Yeah.
being a play was very exciting to me.
Wait, who did you
And we
play
just
again?
finished the book. I was mainly playing Piggy, but sometimes
Uh,
once I played Ralph, once I played Jack. But I like to play the main characters.
I would have liked to play either
But
Jack or Simon, even though, actually, I'm not going to spoil it, but something happens to Simon pretty early in the book.
oh yeah,
So he's out for
and
like a good majority.
yeah. But it was nice because you got to like, or every class she would ask like what you wanted to play, and almost every time I picked Piggy until
Yeah.
something happened to him too.
Yeah.
Of course, my favorite characters. But it's been a lot of fun, and to be honest, I cried at the end of the book because it
Yeah.
was so sad.
I think a lot of my classmates went into it expecting it to be like a really boring book, but I think a lot of us ended up like really liking it, which I think it's a really good book, honestly. Like if you know what's
Yeah, it
going
was
on,
really interesting.
like it was one of the ones where I didn't hate the English teacher going into like description of what was happening, because I kind of didn't get like a good majority of it, but once they explained it, it made more sense.
Yeah, like certain chapters, I think something, or if you haven't read the book, something happens to Simon, as we just said. And however, like, whatever happened to him, it took me a few reads to actually understand it. But I
Yeah,
was so thankful that my teacher was able to explain it to me.
yeah. Especially the part where he like hallucinates. That part was really confusing to me, but
Yeah. If you don't know what we're talking about, read the book. It's
yeah.
actually very good.
I mean, or if you go to our school and you're in a lower grade, you'll probably just read it next year anyways. So
Yeah.
I
But even
guess
if you're not in our school, I'd still recommend it.
do you read a lot of books, Grace? Because I guess that's a kind of good question that we could
No.
go off of too. Like, do you have any like favorite books you've ever read?
I really like The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, I think. There's also a movie to it,
Yeah, that
but
sounds
I
right.
read that in like third grade. It was so good. It's
Yeah,
about
there's
these two kids who have cancer.
yeah. I've actually never
So heartbreaking.
read or watched that, but I've heard it is very good.
hmm And then I also like the Summer Intern Pretty series. There's also a show for that, which most people probably know.
Yeah,
But I don't read that many books. I try to, but it's just I can't sit through a book, if that makes sense.
yeah, I get that.
Like, but one good book I just read over the summer, it's called Remarkably Bright Creatures. It's about this octopus who's like really smart.
Yeah,
And it's like I can't spoil it because anything I say is technically kind of a spoiler. It doesn't get good until the middle of the book, so I can't really explain it. But look up Remarkably Bright Creatures. It's an amazing book.
I guess I
Oh, have
could.
you read a lot of books?
Yeah, I have. I'd say I'm a pretty avid reader. Last year I wasn't reading as much, but this year I think since school started we've had to read books in English anyways, so I kind of started getting back into it. Um,
That's
right now,
understandable.
right now I'm reading a book called I think it's Flowers for Algernon. It's a really good book. I would
Hmm.
recommend reading it. It's kind of older. It's a little confusing too, but once you get into it, I'd say it's pretty good. Um,
Oh yeah, you told me about that the other
yeah,
day.
I think I
Sounds good.
did. One of the I could say some of the better books I've read though. All the Percy Jackson books are good. I've read the first and second series of that.
Ooh.
The Scythe trilogy of books are good. The Maze Runner, you got Maze Runner, Hunger Games, like dystopian books. Those are always good. I've read all of those.
Have you read the Harry Potter series?
Yes,
I
I
know
have
that's
also
very
read that.
popular.
Some people are
Shockingly
crazy
enough, I
about it.
haven't.
Like I know some people that have like reread the Harry Potter series like three times over, and I'm like I couldn't do that. It was a good one time read
Really?
though. Like I could maybe reread it like once, but I don't know. It's a lot.
hmm
Um,
Yeah, the only Harry Potter I've gotten into was 2019-ish. I saw
yeah,
the Harry Potter play on Broadway, the
yeah.
Cursed Child play. It was pretty good.
Some people might also know the book Ready Player One, maybe from the movie, maybe from the
Ooh,
book. I don't know. But
I
actually,
saw the movie of that.
I have something to say. The second book,
Oh
because they
boy.
made a second book. They made a Ready Player 2. I think, this might be controversial, but I think the second book was actually better than the first one.
Really?
Like, by a long shot. The
Hmm.
second book is probably one of the top 5 books I've ever read. It was really good, in my opinion.
Oh wow. I'll
Yeah.
have to read that then.
Yeah, those are
Because I
pretty
saw
good
the
books.
movie, and or I went to go see the movie with my dad when it first came out, and within the first like half hour, we left early.
Oh. Well, yeah, that's another thing. If you watch the movie, because I watched the movie too for Ready Player One, you should read the book. 'Cause the book is a lot better in my opinion. Not saying the movie's bad. The movie was actually pretty good, but the book is just way better in my opinion. Like the different like scenarios he ends up in the book are a lot better than the ones in the movie. And just like the storyline was contorted a lot to fit the movie, but I'd say it was a
Hmm.
lot better in the book.
Okay, I'll have to give that a read and maybe try the movie again. But
Yeah.
another movie I just recently watched was Free Guy. That came out a while ago. Have you seen that?
Yes, I have seen that one. That's the one with Ryan Reynolds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Any
one
Ryan
came out
Reynolds
like a
movie is
year ago,
good.
I think.
Yeah, I was like 21, I think, 2021.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Because I remember seeing it when I was down the shore. It was a while, or no, I don't know, but it
Ryan
was a
Reynolds
while
is
ago it came out.
he's such a good actor and he's like a good person in general. I think all of Ryan Reynolds stuff, he's just a really good guy.
Yeah, like another movie he's really good in, Red Notice. The Rock is also in that.
Yeah,
That
was
one's
it Red Note or Red Notice?
Red Notice.
Yeah, I watched some of that. I didn't get through that movie because I think I watched it when I was like almost falling asleep, but
Hmm.
like on a later night. But I think I do remember some of it, and I feel like a lot of people would like that movie. I'm not sure if it was for me, considering I like fell asleep during it.
Yeah, but I would rewatch that in a
Oh,
heartbeat. Any Ryan Reynolds movie is good.
a good movie that I don't know how old this one is, but I just watched it recently. This movie was amazing. It was The Social Network. It's like a documentary on how Facebook was made.
Oh, I haven't seen that. That
That one
sounds
it's on
cool.
Netflix for anyone that's gonna watch it. It was really good. It was there was a lot of big names in it too. Jesse Eisenberg played Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh,
Andrew
really?
Garfield played his best friend in Harvard. Uh, I know there's a lot of other big names, but those are the only ones I can list off the top of my head.
Hmm. Oh, while we're on the topic of movies, I do have a question.
Yeah.
What is your favorite, with the holiday coming out, what is your favorite Christmas movie?
Ooh. Yeah, that is a good one. Um, I'd say my favorite Christmas movie. It's probably got to be it's probably got to be The Polar Express.
Really?
We watch
That
it.
always creeped me out when I was younger.
Yeah, there's like a thing been going around how people say it was creepy. It never creeped me out though. I always thought it was just good.
No. When, well, looking back, it kind of scares me now, but like when I was younger, I just never really got into it.
I could definitely see how it would scare people though. Like it seems pretty uncanny, like the way the
Yeah.
animation is.
It's kind of weird if you think about it,
It's got
but
to be either that or Home Alone. I know a lot of people would get mad at me for not saying Elf because a lot of people really love Elf, but I just don't like Elf as
mm,
much as I like Home Alone or
I'd have to agree.
I feel like Elf is kind of overrated in a way. I feel
Hmm.
like even movies like A Christmas Story, like the one with the when the boy's trying to get the gun, the
Hmm.
gun for Christmas. That one was almost better to me than Elf. I don't know why. Elf just never really stuck with me as well as it did with other people. I feel like.
Yeah. Because I think Elf is just mainly popular because is the guy in it Will Ferrell? Yeah, I believe
Yeah, it
Will
was Will
Ferrell's in it.
Ferrell.
I think it's just so popular because he's in the movie.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
But
Home Alone had Macaulay Culkin and Kieran Culkin, who's also actually really famous now. He's had a lot of good stuff.
oh yeah, honestly, one of my favorite Christmas movies is very, very new. It actually is a Ryan Reynolds movie as well, Spirited.
Oh yeah, I remember you were watching that one day.
Yeah, last year I had COVID with my mom. Both me and my mom had COVID last Christmas, and so her and I were on a movie marathon. And that had just came out like a week before. and we watched it. Oh my god, it was incredible.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah, it's Will Ferrell, Ryan Reynolds, and then a few other names, I think. But it's just very, very good.
Yeah, I might have to watch that one. That one does seem very
hmm
good.
And then another one that I like. It's a net, not Netflix, Nickelodeon special, The Santa Hunters.
Ooh, yeah.
That one, it has some of the cast of Game Shakers in it, if you remember that show.
Yeah, I do remember that show a little.
Yeah, that was my favorite Christmas movie growing up, and I just recently watched it again. But I love that one too.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not too big into the classics. Like my mom loves Miracle on 34th Street, but
Uh,
I like the newer movies better.
yeah. I guess we should probably get into our last topic now. We're breaching like
Oh yeah.
20 minutes. I think the last thing I wanted to talk about, I just thought about this question as I was like I was looking at some of my social medias, and I think it was someone with a tattoo, and it just came to my mind as a great idea for the podcast. If you
Oh
were to
yeah.
get one tattoo, or if you were to get your first tattoo, what would you make it?
Um, this is kind of basic, but I think I would probably get my mom and dad's like initials, but like have them write it.
Oh, that could be cool.
Like my mom's initials are CC, and
Yeah.
so I'd probably have her like write that out or whatever. But
Yeah.
either that or probably my mom wants to get like, have you seen where people do like half a heart on their finger and then another person does half, like the other half of the heart?
Oh, yeah, I have seen that.
My mom wants to get that with me.
That would be very cool.
What tattoo would you want?
Um, I'm not really sure, honestly. I felt like this was more of a question to ask you, because I really haven't thought about this that much, because I do want to get a tattoo, or like multiple tattoos
hmm
when I get older. I feel like they're just really cool. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess also really basic, but the Berserk, like if you guys don't know, I like the manga anime, I guess, Berserk, which is like what my profile right now is on the screen. What I'm talking through. It's the main character Guts, but I would get the symbol. There's a very popular like symbol associated with it. I'm not gonna explain like what it
Yeah.
means through the story because I feel like people could find that out themselves and it might even get them interested. Yeah, it would either have to be that or like something JoJo's related probably or something some kind of like Bible verse, I guess. Like I'm not a
hmm
very Christian person. I don't follow it as closely as most of my family, but I'd still say I'm pretty tied to like the Christian beliefs and stuff, so that could check out.
Yeah, that could be cool. Or maybe like a cross or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's basic,
Uh,
but
yeah. I've seen some people, someone was just explaining to me that they wanted like on their ankle, I don't know why, but they wanted like four paw prints for each dog they had, which I would love to do that, but I've never had any pets myself.
yeah.
So,
You could always get a dog.
yeah,
No,
true. But,
I'm kidding.
I mean, just for the tattoo.
Maybe for Christmas.
That would be a great. Have you heard that TikTok audio where it's like, that would be a great gift for Christmas?
Yeah, I know. It's been in my head a lot. I mean, I've had like
Yes.
I've had fish, and my brother just got guinea pigs, so I guess I could do that. But I'm not much big of a pet person unless it's cats. I do like cats and dogs, but I like cats more.
Yeah.
Um. Okay, we're getting close to like the 20-minute mark now, so I guess we should kind of wrap it up. I wanted to talk a
hmm
little about what we would do, what we're gonna do going forward. Next weekend, we'll probably do like a before Christmas one, a before Christmas podcast.
Oh, yeah.
I
And
guess, yeah, I guess we'll have. I'm gonna put a comment out in the Spotify, and I guess if you're on YouTube, just comment what tattoo you would get if you were to get your first tattoo.
and then also we might our friends at Talk the Talk do this all the time. They have like a poll after every podcast of what they want to see next time.
Yeah.
So next episode we're gonna try to make it like Christmas themed ish. Because we both celebrate Christmas and it's right before it'll be the 22nd, so the Friday right before Christmas.
Yeah.
And we'll have a poll, which is like, what the top 3 questions will be: what's at the top of your Christmas list? What is your best gift last year? Or what your favorite Christmas tradition is. And that'll be, you can vote for what you want us to talk about. And again, if you're on YouTube, just comment.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know, I
that.
think.
I guess on that note, we're gonna end it. See you in the next episode. It's been great.
See ya.
See ya.
It's been real.
Bye.
Bye.